So, hello. I got sectioned again, and I want to talk about it. I'm still at the hospital at the moment, but I'm on voluntary now, and I just want to talk about how I ended up here. So, not long ago, I decided to cut off a member of my family. It really was just, I had some trauma that I needed to deal with, and it all just bubbled up to the surface, and then everything became really scary, and I couldn't use the bathroom. I was too scared, absolutely terrified of just using the bathroom. And then I started to switch. My whole consciousness shut down, but I was still doing stuff because people told me I was doing stuff. For me, it's like someone turned off the light, and then when I reanimated, I'm in a completely different location, and I have no idea what just happened. And that is really fucking scary. It's really, really fucking scary. Amidst all of that, my relationship got confusing. I was drifting away from reality, and I just drifted so far off out of reality that people in my life weren't making sense. The way they were dealing with me wasn't making sense to me. And I think that's the hardest part. But I'm coming to the end of my section now. I wish I had some powerful, meaningful advice to help prevent anyone else from landing up in fucking hospital. And I don't. I really don't. Only advice I can give is, if you know a kid in your life who just really seems to be struggling, help them before it's too late, dude. I really don't think there is anything I could have done to prevent me ending up here this time around. Nothing. And that's what feels so hopeless about it. I did everything that I could do. I tried to get trauma therapy. They cancelled my appointment. It's just so hard to access help until you end up in hospital after you fucking tore your life apart. It affects everyone around you. Ending up here, it affects everyone around you. No one just ends up in hospital and no damage is caused. My understanding when I was younger of why people end up in mental health hospitals was, oh, okay, like they've tried to kill themselves. It's not true. It's just not true. The vast majority of people on the psych ward that I've met are there because they've had a complete mental breakdown, and they've basically been so disruptive and so chaotic that they've had to be forced to be sectioned. A lot of people try to kill themselves and they don't even end up in hospital. Or they do, and they'll be put on voluntary, and they're gone within like a few days. I've been here for a month. And it all stems from trauma. Every single person in hospital, in every hospital I've been in, just without a shadow of a doubt, has been through, a lot of the times, multiple traumatic experiences. And it just makes me sick to my core that this just carries on. It just makes me really fucking sad. And like the fucking poor, lovely, beautiful Jakeem has had to carry all of this breakdown on his shoulders alone. It's our two backs together carrying all this fucking weight. That ain't fair, man. It's not fair, dude. Fucking trying our best out here, you know? And I wish I could sit here and have some inspirational, like, love yourself bullshit. No, this is real fucking shit, dude. It's real fucking shit. No one deserves to be in this position. And I don't think people understand the level of chaos that you have to go through to even reach the point that you do end up getting sectioned. Like, there's a lot of chaotic shit, a lot of disruption, a lot of damage, so much damage before you actually end up in hospital. And it doesn't need to reach that point. It doesn't need to reach that point. Like, I've been trying to reach out to mental health services since I was a teenager. I'm fucking 26 now. This has been like 10 years. Over 10 years. Of asking services for help. Multiple hospitalizations. And only now you have to become Gandhi. This is the thing, you have to become Gandhi. They have to see that you are actually not this person. You are not this person. You are not the person who first arrives on the ward, who is just terrified, traumatized. You have to prove to them that that's not how you are all the time. You have to overcome your trauma on your own for them to be like, okay, yeah, no, like, we'll help you. We'll help you. Like, we can see that, like, oh no, like, you're actually chill and maybe you're not lying. Every single person will say, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened to healthcare professionals, and they just go, oh, yeah. A lot of the time they don't even say anything, they just look at you. There's no system in place, there's no safeguarding in place. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're just here until you're better. And then you get released. And you'll get put under a team. And the team just comes out and sees you every now and then. But this time I'm really, really pushing. I'm really, really pushing. Please give me trauma therapy. Give me trauma therapy. I've had to go through hospital with no family. No family at all. The only person who's come to visit me is my lovely boyfriend. And I've had some really, really wonderful friends like reach out. And I think that's what's made such a huge difference this time. I've not had to... A lot of people in hospital are forced to just return straight back to their abusive situations or their traumatic situations or their... You know, they've had to depend on the only people that they have. Because you have no other choice. Otherwise you're here alone, and it is like being kidnapped. It is being kidnapped. You're being forcibly removed from your home and locked inside a building, unable to leave. You can't just come and go as you please until they deem you medically fit to leave the building. You can sit outside in this little garden area and that's it. That's your life. Your meals get given to you. You don't even get like proper like food. You're not even allowed your phone. It's literally like being kidnapped, dude. It's fucking horrific. Absolutely horrific. I don't want anyone else to go through the same shit. And sometimes it's inevitable. If you've been through some horrible shit, sometimes it's just inevitable. It's not your fault. There's actually nothing you can do, especially if you've been trying to access help and no one has helped you. Just keep being a nice person. Just keep being a nice person. Sometimes you're too angry about things to be who you are. And that doesn't mean that that's not who you are. That doesn't mean that you are just that horrible person, that angry person, that, you know, it doesn't mean that that is just who you are. It doesn't. You're just angry, you know? You will heal. You might need help. You might end up going through hospital. You might end up fucking tearing the place apart. And you know what? Blame the government. Blame your abusers. Blame the government. Blame your rapist. Blame your... Dude. Just keep doing you, alright? Don't worry. Just try not to be horrible to people. Just don't be horrible to people. And keep pushing that you need help. Long-term help and support. You need community treatment. I wish you all good luck. Fuck. But on a lighter note though, this setting is gorgeous. Isn't it gorgeous? This lighting, I'm living for it. I'm actually living for it. I'm not living for these shoes though. These shoes are so fucking ugly. I feel really at peace actually. I feel like I've reached nirvana, and I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I really, really do. This was like one last huge obstacle in my brain that I needed to overcome. And I feel like I've done that. I've made peace with some of the darkest corners of my own soul, and I'm just ready to just fucking move on with my life. I don't want to keep reveling over corners of the past, dude. I just want to fucking move on with my life. Like, I have so many goals and ambitions and dreams, and I'm not even worried about who comes on that journey with me anymore. Because I feel confident in myself. I feel confident in myself. I feel confident in the love that I have in my life. You know? Don't stress. Don't worry. Alright.